Ladies and gentlemen, we will talk about all of this today at around 5 p.m. Pacific time, live stream on this channel. The most important story today is actually not that Steve Bannon, unfortunately, is sentenced or will be sentenced, or the DOJ recommends Bannon be sentenced to 6 months in prison. New York Times. DOJ seeks 6 months in prison, $200,000 fine. ABC News. That's not the most important story. CNBC, Kanye West agrees to buy conservative social media platform Parler. ABC, Associated Press, Kanye West to buy conservative social media platform Parler. CNN, Kanye West agree to acquire conservative social media platform Parler. That's not the most important story. You want to know what the most important stories are? And we will talk about this today at 5 p.m. Pacific time on this channel. This is why you're going to watch, or this is why you should hit subscribe to this channel right now. We're going to zoom past 200,000 subscribers. Politico. This is the most important story today. Holder held in contempt of Congress. Just go to Google, search Eric Holder, contempt of Congress, Politico, Holder held in contempt. June 28th, 2012. The House has voted to hold Attorney General Eric Holder in contempt of Congress over his failure to turn over documents related to one of the many scandals within President Obama's administration. The first time Congress has taken such a dramatic move against an Attorney General and a sitting cabinet official. President Obama's Attorney General was held in contempt of Congress. Okay? Not a word from Democrats or media about democracy and respect for our institutions and norms and traditions. Okay? Washington Post, August 5th, 2013. Washington Post to be sold to Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. Do you know who Jeff Bezos is? Do you go on Amazon? I wonder how many thousands of dollars a month Bernie Sanders, or especially AOC, you, me, anyone spends on Amazon. Not thousands for me, my God. But how many thousands of dollars a month do you think that AOC spends on Amazon, okay? And you have a billionaire that has a virtual monopoly on a whole bunch of, on a certain type of commerce in the United States of America. And that billionaire has the Washington Post, and that billionaire and the Washington Post, well, the Washington Post is an extension of the Democratic Party. Okay, so how many thousands of dollars do you think AOC spends a month on Amazon? And furthermore, this is a person, AOC stops a headquarters in New York that would have amounted to something like tens of thousands of new jobs and hundreds of millions of dollars in tax revenue, eventually. The point, ladies and gentlemen, is that Democrats are all over the place. The Washington Post is an extension of the Democratic Party. All you have is contempt and disdain for Trump in the Washington Post. Okay? And all you have is Democrats over the years. Eric Holder is just one Democrat who ignored a subpoena from Congress. So it's not only about hypocrisy, it's about the pendulum is shifting. Now, Bannon, if he serves 6 months, it's nothing for him. It's like 6 months in prison for Bannon is like, he doesn't care about that. He probably won't serve it, or maybe he will, but he doesn't really care about that. It will only add to his persona. Okay? My point, ladies and gentlemen, is that the stories of today are not that important. Okay? The stories of 2013 or 2012, they're actually more relevant because you have a greater example of ignoring 2016, ignoring subpoenas when it's Democrats. Hit subscribe to this channel right now, ladies and gentlemen. You have Eric Holder in contempt of Congress. He did not abide by subpoenas. He did not give documents to Congress when they demanded those documents. You had 60 to 70 requests, demands, subpoenaed individuals in 2016 alone pertaining to Clinton's email scandal. Most of them, the vast majority, didn't show up. They weren't sent to prison. Okay, Clinton's IT executive, Brian Pagliano, who helped set up those servers that siphon classified data according to Politico and according to every other publication, he ignored a congressional demand to testify. Nothing happened to him. Attorney General Loretta Lynch did not send him or Eric Holder or anyone to prison. And Kanye West, you have Elon Musk buying Twitter, Kanye West buying Parler, and you have the Washington Post sold to Jeff Bezos, and it's like Robert Reich and all of the liberal economists and pundits and, Paul Krugman and all these economists on the left, liberal, morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrats, they don't really care about billionaires owning media. They care about conservative billionaires like Kanye West or like Elon Musk, or more conservative, or billionaires who don't follow the mainstream like Jeff Bezos and maybe others, numerous others. They care about the narrative being completely different from the way it is now. We can't talk about things in the United States of America. We can't express exactly how we feel because, God forbid, viewpoints that are outside of the mainstream and fabricated consensus, any dissent the past 2-3 years is viewed as heresy and blasphemy. Social media algorithms will prevent you from making a living. And you see what's taking place. You see that slowly the pendulum is swinging. Social media is now being wrestled away from the grip, the iron grip of morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrats. That's why a lot of times the stories of today or tomorrow, they're not as important in terms of understanding what's going on as the stories of 10 years ago or 5 years ago or 6 or 7 years ago, 6 or 7 years ago. So Eric Holder held in contempt of Congress, Jeff Bezos purchasing the Washington Post. We already have billionaires in media, and we already have numerous Democrats held in contempt. What Democrats don't like, and media they don't like, is conservatives, or I should say Trump Republicans who act like Democrats. If you're a Trump Republican and you act like a Democrat, or if you're a conservative billionaire and you act like a Democrat, and you influence social media algorithms, which is interesting because a conservative billionaire will allow people to speak. See, oftentimes Democratic Party vantage points, viewpoints, policies don't really have, there's no defense for them other than silencing other people. So when a whole bunch of experts ask questions, when people who are knowledgeable and have the expertise, or everyday individuals ask basic logical questions, that's viewed as harmful to the public. So you can't talk about a number of things. Hopefully Elon Musk, and I think he will change all of that. If Kanye West is buying Parler, fantastic. You have the Washington Post as an extension of the Democratic Party. I don't understand why Bezos would allow that or would want that to happen. Maybe he's just, a morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrat. But it's not really working. They're going to lose the Senate. They're going to lose the House. And regardless of the hit pieces in the Washington Post or the New York Times, you have a situation where slowly but surely the pendulum is swinging, ladies and gentlemen. And the Bannon serving 9 months in prison, it's like he wasn't convicted of a crime. See, here you have, there was no, he was never accused of a specific crime. What Democrats do is they investigate to torment and to intimidate. Trump can investigate to actually find crimes with Hunter and Joe. It's very different. That Joe's impeachment will be linked to actual criminal conduct, unlike Trump's. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Be here today for the live stream around 5 p.m. Pacific, 5:30 p.m. Pacific. Thank you.